Hi, it's Yvonne again, and today I'm going to talk about a subject that has been blowing up my social media because we had two hurricanes pretty much back to back. You know, if you're from Chicago or Missouri, your hurricanes are a complete foreign entity to you. So, and since I'm from Southwest Florida, I've been living with these things my whole life. There's a reason I live in the villages and not back in Southwest Florida. And it's the inland part of the state. We are probably about as dead center as you can get. So the brunt of the storm is always going to be the most problematic on any coastal city or county. That's just the way it is. You're going to get all the water, all the storm surge, all the wind. By the time it gets here, the wind has died down significantly. Even with a Category 5 storm, you may have some winds, gusts up to 100 miles, but that's just gusts, not sustained winds. There's a big difference. A lot of people here with Milton decided to evacuate north. The truth is everyone in Southwest Florida, most of those people evacuated to here. Our hotels, all our Airbnbs were full of people from Tampa, St. Pete, Sarasota, that whole coast. Unless you feel like your property is in bad condition, there's a very slim chance that you'll ever have to evacuate from here. I personally would never evacuate from here, personally. Now, other people have other things that they have different tolerances, but, I am Floridian, so I have a pretty high tolerance to these storms. The common dangers in the villages is trees. You might have damage to your roof. Like I noticed my neighbor had a couple shingles off their house after Milton. I walked all around mine to make sure I didn't have anything off and looked at my roof and it looked good. You can even call an inspector to come out and inspect your roof to make sure there isn't any damage. I do recommend that. The other damage, if you have big trees around, make sure you get those things trimmed regularly, because if you don't, you're going to have more damage than you want. The other thing to remember is that the east side of a hurricane is the most deadly side. It has the most tornadoes, has most of the water, and it'll have the most strongest winds. We were fortunate that we were on the northwest side of the storm, so we got a lot of water. A friend of mine had a rain gauge and she said that they got 24 inches. We got 24 inches of rain in a 24-hour period. So we got a lot of water. But as far as I know, I haven't seen any homes flooded in the villages. I have seen the golf courses get flooded. The retention ponds were to the top of, and even beyond that. Some of them were even up over on the banks. But as far as I know, I didn't see any flooding of any homes here in the villages. They really do have I know some people don't understand the stormwater situation, especially if you're from Missouri or somewhere like that. But here, in my opinion, the villages did an excellent job. Excellent. They had to close the golf courses because they were trying to empty the retention ponds, and the one way they do that is sprinkle the golf courses in the common areas with the retention pond water. So they were trying to get that levels down, which is critical because we could have a storm. I heard there was a storm back out there. I don't think it's coming this way, but we could have more water. So it is critical that they get rid of that water so we don't have flooding. But those are just some of the things that I think I should share because I feel like I've been living with this my entire life. And I've done the coastal and I've done the inland. I've been inland longer than I was coastal, and there's a good reason for that. I don't like dealing with that. So if you have any questions or you have any comments or any you want to share anything, feel free to do it in the comments. And I appreciate you watching. Have a great day.